Okay, this is a quick tutorial on how to colorize your images. Here we have this is probably the best way of doing it is to have a blank white t-shirt. This is not the best quality picture. It's quite large, but it's not very good as far as the tonal quality. If I look at it's got some gritty, grainy effect rather than pure photographic effect. You can see it more around here. Yeah. Anyway, it's just an example. So I'm going to show you from scratch how to do this, how to make multiple colours. Okay, as you can see, we've got a background layer, which is the t-shirt. What we have to do is start off by making a mask. Now the best way to do this is to use the pen tool. It's more accurate. So you just zoom in as close as you're willing to get, and starting here you just basically click and drag with your mouse, and you'll get these what's known as Bezier curves, which creates the nice curve next to the curviness of the fabric. And all you do is just keep clicking and dragging, making sure that the line follows the direction that you want to go. Don't do something like that, for instance, because you notice the curve behind doesn't work very well. So for instance, you can go, and the best approach as well is to make it so that they sit on the arc point of the curves. So there would be a good one, for instance, and there's the top arc point of that curve, so you put it there. And you basically go round clicking, making the mask, let's say. Making sure you try to, if you have to stay inside the edge of the t-shirt more than the outside, because you don't want any white fringing, for instance. As close as you can, that's why it's good to zoom in. Anyway, I'm going to finish this off and then I'll jump back in towards the end. If, for instance, you get to a point like this and you need to turn the Bezier, you hold down your Alt key, drag the point, and then it allows you to reposition it in the direction you need to go, or if you want to shorten it like that. Okay, we're coming to the end of the masking effect. By the way, I'm doing this in CS4. All these things I'm doing at the moment are available in CS3, so it's not a big issue. Okay, most of the effects that are built into Photoshop have been passed over to preceding versions. Okay, so we just build it up slowly. I'm trying to do this a little bit faster than I should because I'm trying to get it done in the time for the video. But you can just take a little bit of care, make sure everything's set properly. Let's say when we come to the end, what happens when you get to your end point? Notice that changes. You just click and it just closes the mask. Okay, If I zoom out, you'll notice it's just got a little grey line all the way around it. All the dots have disappeared. If you need to change any of those, you just choose this white arrow here, and if you click on the line, they all appear again, and you can readjust them. Not a big problem. You also notice the full one as well, but you need to have the white one. So if you have it selected there, make sure it's on the white one. And it'll allow you to then click on each of those boxes separately and readjust them. Okay, mine's relatively okay. The reason we do this is because you may, luckily this photograph's got a white background, but you may do it against a different coloured background, or you may do it against a wooden background or against the carpet, and you just want to get rid of all that rubbish. And so what you do is you create this mask so you can actually apply this effect. Okay. What I'm going to do now is to show you that here you have something called a working path on the path menu. Go here. What you have to do is save the path. This is very important for the future, just in case you want to re-manipulate it or something. So I'm just going to call it T-shirt, like so. That's saved now. You don't have to worry about this. But what you can do is, once your path is selected, this little option here becomes available. This basically makes a path on that selection, which is like a marquee. So go back to our background. Say for instance we do have a wooden floor or a carpet or something. What you can do now is you can just press Command X, which makes it disappear, and Command V, and that pastes it back onto a new layer here. I'll just call it T-shirt. What you'll notice now is I can get rid of the background, which is transparent. Say for instance it is a wooden floor or a carpet. You can press Select All, making sure your colours are on default. Press Delete and it makes the background white. Okay, so now your T-shirt is a separate object. Also, your T-shirt has a mask. Okay, you may figure out that the mask has moved slightly to the T-shirt because of the process of doing a copy paste. So what you have to do is probably use your arrow keys to re-manipulate the position so it's in the same place as the mask. Okay, deselect it. You still have your mask there. Okay, what we're going to do now is do several things actually. Go back to our path, reselect the object, go to a new layer. Okay, and here it says add mask layer. Okay, press this. You'll notice what it's done is it's used selection. If you see here, it's used selection to create a mask of the background. Okay, this basically means if I do anything inside that layer, it doesn't go outside the T-shirt. Yeah, you can notice on the thumbnail some information here. Plus, you'll also notice it's created a black overlay on top of your T-shirt. Okay, we'll leave that for the time being. Okay, what we can do now is another thing. We need to have a colour on top of the T-shirt, but you'll notice it's got grey for the shadows, and we want to retain that. Okay, so all I'm going to do is grab the T-shirt and do a copy again, but put that above the mask layer, like so. Okay, everything's exactly the same, it's just the same T-shirt, nothing different. What we need to do is change the layer menu option to multiply. You'll notice at the time being it's got everything dark. That's simply because we've got two versions of the shadow, so don't worry about that. You may want it darker, okay, but at the time being we're going to leave it as the way it is. You'll see what's going to happen. Okay, now I'm going to also duplicate my layer menu, like so. I'm just going to lock that one. Okay, I'm just going to call this colour. So yeah, the English way. What we can do now, which is the nice thing, is say for instance we want a reddish coloured T-shirt. Choose a red that you like. Saying that, if you want a print version of this, you can actually try to find process coated colours. And like so. All these colours now are basically Pantone colours. So for instance you want to have that red as your T-shirt. What we can do is now filled that, and it makes your t-shirt that red colour. Okay. You'll also notice it retains all the shadowing because it's on this layer. Yeah, like so. Alright. What you can do, obviously, then, if you want to, is to carry on finding different colours. And it just recolours your picture based on your original selection. So let's say, for instance, we want a yellow green one. Again, what you have to be sure of as well is, you see, I've got this locked, so you have to unlock it and then do that. Oops, choose the yellow. Choose that colour. Okay, so see what I've got now then is I've got 3 different colours, yeah, all different, yeah, but all basically on the same t-shirt. And you also got the white one, of course, as well at the bottom. Yeah, so that's basically how you do a coloured t-shirt effect. You can, if you wanted to, also add text over the top of it, whatever, yeah, or even a design. Alright, I can show you later how to do that also, because you have to make it so it's following the contours. Okay, basically that's it.